Okay, so this is the app, the Phet Colorado app, where you can play with the acid-base solutions lab. Click on Introduction, and here you see a beaker of water. There's a magnifying glass for you to see the molecules inside. This week you studied about what acids are, and you noticed here, you can notice here that you have two water molecules, 1, 2. Water, remember, is H2O, H1, H2, that's 2 hydrogens, and O. So one water molecule, a second water molecule. And when it forms in water, water is a solution. So here it dissociates or separates into this hydronium ion and this hydroxide ion. So this is H+, this is the hydrogen, and this is hydroxide minus, okay? And so in the beaker here, you can see there are these dissociations of the water, okay? So you learned about pH and that it tells you how strong an acid or a base is. It can give you a number on a scale of 1 to 7. So here you can see 7, and 7 you know is neutral. So this is water, it's neutral. Instead of using a pH meter, you can also use a universal indicator paper. So if you go down here and click on this, you can see up here now you have the paper with the scale here, okay, the pH scale 1 to 14. And so if you dunk the paper in the water, you can see it goes yellow, and you put it next to the scale and you can see it's pH 7, it's neutral. You can also test the property of electrical conductivity. So this is a circuit. It's not complete right now. There's no electricity running through it. There is a battery to push the charge around. You have a light bulb. If you put the two ends in the water, you can see that these hydronium and hydroxide ions flow through this closed circuit now, and the bulb lights up. Okay, so you can play around with these three features for each of these different acids and bases. So if I show you an example here, strong acid, you can see it's very, very strong. This acid has dissociated in water. It's a solution, so it's in water. And you see a lot of these hydronium ions. And you can see the bulb is very, very bright, okay? You can also put in litmus paper and you can check the color of it, so you can see this is very, very high pH, okay? So play around with these different things and see what happens. You can also go down here to my solution, and here you have something similar, just like before, but instead of having specific things, you can choose your own acid or base and how strong or weak it is, okay? So if I put in the pH meter, you can see if the concentration of the acid, if I change it on this sliding panel, you can see that the number here changes, okay? So you can do that with this, you can do this with the paper, you can test the conductivity and try different things, okay? So spend about 5-10 minutes playing around with this simulation.